So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to today's live stream. I hope everyone is doing well. So, if you just joined the stream, what you can do to help the stream is what for me to continue for me to continue doing the streaming.
Join the stream. What
Kindly
you can
kindly give a like to the stream. Kindly like the stream. Give a like. Click on the thumbs up button. So after clicking on the thumbs up button, so I hope you can hear me well. Good morning, everyone. So I hope you can hear me. Am I audible? So if you can hear me, kindly type one in the chat box. If you can hear me, kindly type in one in the chat box. Free analysis for you to see my thought process. Get to understand my thought process on how I do things. So if you can hear me, kindly type one in the chat box. Okay. Okay, so I hope everyone too is doing well as well. All right, so let's move straight to the chat. So today is Friday, which is 13th of December. So as I've been saying always, if you are starting out if you are starting out to trade for the day or for the section, you have to always factor the macroeconomic event because these are the things that move the exchange rate. Okay, so you need to always factor into consideration the macroeconomic events, what is about to be happening. Lot of sound display. Yeah, so as I've been saying, you need to always factor the macroeconomic event into consideration. It is very, very important. Okay, it is very, very important. You can't go by without what ignoring or without what taking into consideration the macroeconomic event. It is very, very important. So you have to always factor into consideration the macroeconomic event. So those, yeah. So today is 13. So let's check out the macroeconomic. So I've filtered out the yellow folders. So that's why you are seeing only the red folders. The red folders. Because I've filtered out the yellow one because it's mostly not impactful. Okay, it's mostly not in fact impactful. The ones that are impactful are the red ones. So if you don't want to cloud your calendar with a lot of news events, which is not going to have any effect on you, you can most of the times what filter them out and you bring only the red folders because those are the ones that have impact on the market. The rest doesn't have much impact like that. So 13th you are going to be having GBP news, which is what GDP. So when you talk about GDP, you have to first of all understand the macroeconomic event. When you talk about GDP, this basic economics. So GDP simply means what the total monetary value of what the goods and services produced within the borders of what or within the confines of an economy or a country. Okay, the total monetary value of goods and services produced in a country. That's the meaning of what GDP. So if you are a country and your GDP is very low as compared to your past month, that means there was something wrong going on in your country. So it's always important to factor into consideration your GDP. So I know if you're a lover of, maybe if you have been listening to news and other stuffs, you've been hearing of GDP. So it simply means what the total monetary value of what goods and services produced in a country. So let's check out the past month and compare it to what the current month. So with the past month, yeah, so with the past month, So with the past month, the previous numbers was 0.1, and currently they are expecting the same 0.1. The negative, is it like negative or what? Okay. So I think currently they are expecting positive numbers as compared to the previous numbers. So that means if the numbers are positive, or if the numbers that the figures that was released for the forecast one is higher than the previous numbers, then the currency is going to be doing good. The currency will be doing well. That's what you need to understand. The currency will be doing well. Okay, because anything that is going to be happening in a country is having what direct impact, or what it's having influence on the country too as well. You get it? So if the country GDP is good, is the same thing going to what affect the currency too, is going to be doing well as well. So if that is the case, then GDP should be strong this morning when the news is going to be released. I don't know whether it's negative or just, yeah. So that past month wasn't good. So the previous month, I think we have gotten an improvement. So GDP, they are expecting positive numbers. Okay, so let's move on to the chart. So that's the only high impact news. So mostly the yellow ones are not all that impactful. You get it? The yellow ones are not that impactful. Mostly the orange and the, but we mostly factor into consideration the red ones. But when it comes to the orange ones, we haven't certain some of the economic events that are impactful. Like if you see an orange folder, which is what an unemployment claims, mostly sometimes it's normally get some impact on the economy. On unemployment claims and those stuffs normally what have some impact on the currency as well. So you need to also factor. But mostly, as I've been saying, the red ones are the most impactful ones. The red ones are the most impactful ones. So let's check. Let's start the analysis for the day and see and do fresh analysis. So you see, because the market is coming to an end, because the year is coming to an end, most markets is not that volatile. The reason is what, those the participant, the major players in the forex market, those who move the currency are the banks, the hedge funds, those big institutions. Most of them are on vacation. Most of them are break. They are on break. So that's why. So now the only thing that is moving prices now are the algorithm and those trading $10, $20. those those are the people moving price. That's why you are seeing chubby price action. You are not seeing like major moves in price. The algorithm, okay, the algorithm and what those trading $10, $20 are the ones moving. They are moving price now. That's why you are not seeing price moving massively like that. So even if you check GBP USD for instance, you can see chubby price action. You see consolidation. If you get to the daily time frame, you can see a lot of consolidations. I hope you are seeing it. Yeah. So the year is coming to an end, and most of them are break. Most of the banks are not trading anymore. They are waiting for a fresh year to come. So that's why you are seeing chubby price action. Price is not moving as much as like that. So you need to pay attention to that. So you need to be very careful, very calculative. So this times should be more of steadying price action. You don't have to. This is not the time you have to be making the banks. That's why you have. It's been a while. I even took a trade. Like it's not like I'm even intentional, but the market is not even giving opportunities like that. You get a lot of consolidations and other stuff. So if you are not careful and you're having a bigger account, this times you might even lose the account. So it's very important you pay attention to the times that you. So times and seasons are very important when it comes to trading the currency market, because these are the things that moves the forex market. The forex market is decentralized, so a lot of people participate in. Those people are if that those people are absent, you have to know that what the market too is not going to move massively like that. So first of all, let's move to the technical aspect. So you are done with the fundamentals, and you notice that GDP is what the total monetary value of goods and services produced in a country. So if the goods and services in a country producing goods, if those figures are very low, one thing you need to understand is what the currency too is not going to be doing well. We are going to be seeing weakness in the currency too as well. So it's very important you factor the fundamentals into consideration before you come to what the technical aspect. So let's move to, first of all, let's analyze USD CHF and see if there was an opportunity on USD CHF. So as I've been doing always, I've been doing top-down analysis. You need to analyze from the higher time frame coming to what the lower time frame as well. So on the higher time frame, we're having various rejectional levels. So as I've been saying, you come back 10 years and I'll still be doing the same thing. I'm not going to be changing anything. You get it? So you go and come back 5 years, I'll still be doing the same thing. The Forex market, when it comes to your analysis, when it comes to how you see the market, the moment you see what is working for you, we don't change anything. The only thing that is going to change is the money. So the money is going to be your loss size. That's the only thing that is going to change. So you come back, since I've noticed this thing that I'm doing, the way I see the market is working, there's no way turning back of what changing anything. So the only thing that I'm going to change is what? The loss size. I have to increase the amount I'm earning. So the technical aspect is going to be the same thing. The technical aspect is going to be the same thing. All right, so let's move to the monthly time frame. So in the monthly time frame, we had what? One rejection level over here. Okay. So price is no rejection level. So moving to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, price is currently what? An uptrend. You get it? Price is currently an uptrend because we had more of higher high, higher lows, higher highs, higher low, higher low. Okay, so price is currently an uptrend on what? The weekly time frame. So let's find out the rejectional level. We are having one rejectional level, another rejectional level over here. So we need to pay attention to those rules, okay, especially when it comes to the higher time frame rejectional level. It is always important you factor them, because like, I don't know how observant you people are. If you are very observant and you pay attention to whatever I've been telling you, if you have joined me or if you have been listening to me for a very long time, you will notice that those levels really get respected when it comes to the higher time frame. So it's always important. If you don't know how to draw them, if you don't know how to indicate them on your chart, then you need to pay attention to either you are going to join the current training, the boot camp, so that I'm going to take you through how I identify them. Okay, if you miss out on how to draw them, you are going to be stopped out a lot of times and you'll be there complaining, why is the market stopping me out more often? How is the market stopping me out more often? Because of what? You are ignoring the higher time frame rejectional level. So the higher time frame rejectional levels are very important. So one rejectional level. So we're having resistance over here. Okay, see, one thing is what? If you are trying to plot out the various levels, you need to make sure where you are plotting the various levels are close to current market price. The reason why I didn't bother myself, even though we are having valid ones over here, you get it? We are having valid one over here, you are having valid one over here. The reason why I didn't pay attention to them is because currently prices, this is where the current market price. So as time goes on, we are just the analysis. Okay, if you are analyzing in the markets, every section, maybe because price is the exchange rate is what? Fluctuating every second. The exchange rate fluctuates, so price can what? Quickly come to this side very fast. So as a trader, you need to adjust the way price is moving. You need to reanalyze everything again. By currently, this is where the current market price, there was no need for me to even come to this side to what? plot out. It's just a waste of time. This weekly time frame before price will come back. Price will come back, and the lending session has passed. I won't I wouldn't be on the chart by then. Okay, by then I wouldn't be on the chart. The lending session has currently this is the market price. So this is the daily time frame too as well. So the weekly time frame, these are the current market price. You see, the reason why this support is not valid yet is because the candle hasn't closed. So this one can just be a flip. Who is calling me right now? This candle hasn't closed yet. Okay. So this one can just be a flip. The candle can flip bearish and it will just head down. So before this one will be a valid support level, price needs to what? Price needs to close. The candle needs to close before this one will be a valid support level. But at the moment, this one is not valid. Okay, this one is just it's still in motion. The candle is still in motion, so this level is not valid anymore. Okay, so if you want to see the clarity on the various rejectional levels too, you change your chart to line chart so that you'll be able to, it will be easy for you to what? Get them. So let's move to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, let's plot out the various rejectional level. So for you to see it very well or clear, you again what? So let's check. As we said, the weekly time frame trend is what? An uptrend. The trend is an uptrend. So this is my thought process when I come to the chart. These are the things that I do to see where price is going to head to. So trend is what? An uptrend. Price was doing more of what? Impulse. The moment this level got broken, price was doing more of impulse correction. Okay, so correction or pullback. Impulse means what? It is in the direction of the market. So price is currently getting rejected at this level. So moving to the daily time frame. So the daily time frame, price is currently on what? This rejectional level. So you see the weekly rejectional level that you drew is also what? Is currently hitting on the same daily resistance level. You see how magical the thing is. We drew this thing on the weekly time frame, but if you come to the daily time frame, it is what? It is hitting on the same daily level. So when you come to the daily time frame, this is the nearest rejectional level. So the reason why I'm not going further to what? Plot out these rejectional levels is what? We are going to be having those low chances that price is going to be able to break out from this level. So that's why I'm not even trying to go back to what? Draw the various rejectional levels over here. The reason is what? If price is breaking through, the chances or the probability of price breaking through this one is going to be very difficult. So this is a very strong level. It's a very strong level in the sense that the weekly and the daily time frame are all aligning on this same level. You get it? So the chances of price breaking through this one is going to be very difficult. Okay, unless maybe you're having a lot of volume, there's volatility, there's rapid movement in price before price will be able to what? Break out from this one. So this one is a critical area that we need to pay attention to. The chances that when price gets to this side, it will retrace is very high. But it can, I'm not saying it can break, it can break. But when it comes to maybe if we are having 100% probability, the probability of price retrace coming down is what? I'll give it like 80%, and the probability of this one moving up is like 20%. Okay, because this level is very strong, and anytime price will get to this side, we are going to be having what? The chances of price retracing is very high. Yeah, so that's it for the weekly time frame. And well, so after identifying the various levels, let's check out the trends. Where is the market heading to? So if you come to the market and you don't know where the market is heading to, one thing is what you are going to be at the wrong side of the market. So it's like you are going to a place that you don't know, an unknown place, and you don't have anything guiding you. You don't have any Google map. You don't have any map guiding you. It's going to a journey that can take you like some few hours. It's going to take you days for you to get to your destination. So it's the same thing in the forex market. If you come to the market and you don't know where majority of traders are moving their orders, and you are trying to be unique, you are trying to be different, it's going to cost you a lot. So anytime you come to the market, you need to ask yourself, where is the market heading to? You need to ask yourself, based on the time frame you normally focus on, based on the time frame you think it's working well for you, you need to ask yourself, where is the market heading to? Is the market heading up or down? Because in the forex market, or when it comes to trading, when it comes to trading the financial market, it can either the stock market trying to trade the stock, or invest in the forex, the financial market, either stock, cryptocurrency, either any of the financial markets. There are only two things that you are doing: either price is going to move up or price is going to move down. That's the only thing that you will do in the financial market. So when it comes to the currency market specifically, what we normally do is what? We buy and sell currencies. You get it? We speculate on the changes in what? The exchange rate. So if you are going to speculate, price is going to rise. When price rise, that's when you get your profit. When you speculate that price is going to fall, when price fall, you get your profit. So you need to first of all ask yourself, where are the major players moving their orders? Are they moving their orders by buying or selling? If you don't understand this thing, you are always going to complain that the thing is not working for you. But meanwhile, you are at the wrong side of the market. So it's always important what you be at the right side of the market based on the time frame that you are focusing on. So you need to know the time frame that you are going to rely on to determine your directional bias. You get it? Your directional bias. So as I'm saying, this topic is very important. Identifying your directional bias is very, very important. So where is the market heading to? Is it heading up? Is it heading down? Okay. So mostly I use the higher time frame. So the higher time frames too also varies based on the individual trader. Someone's higher time frame can be weekly time frame. Someone's higher time frame can be daily. Someone's higher time frame can be H4. Okay, but for me, mostly I use the daily and H4 time frame. I use them in combination. So the daily time frame directional bias is what? An uptrend. So the trend is what? An uptrend, in the sense that price was at certain point moving high, low, high. You get it? So the moment this one got broken, now the trend shifted to what? An uptrend. You get it? Now the trend shifted to an uptrend. But currently the trend for the market is what? An uptrend. So let's move to the daily time. So you don't have any rejectional level. So the only rejectional level is close to the side. So let's move to the H4 time frame. So the H4 time frame. So first of all, you need to ask yourself, as I said, I combine the H4 in the daily time frame to identify the trend. So the trend is what? An uptrend. The trend is what? An uptrend at the H4 time frame. The trend currently is what? An uptrend. So first of all, after identifying the trend, let's find out where price can get rejected. So price pulled back over here, created what? It has now created a resistance. The market has now created a resistance over here. Okay, so let's say if we're taking a buy for it to get to this side, you need to ask yourself, and if price is pulling back, we're having rejectional level over here. So you need to ask yourself, if we're taking a buy, even though price is going to, because you're having tradable zone over here, you need to understand 13 pips tradable zone. So you need to ask yourself, if I'm taking a buy, where will my stop loss be? because there's nothing. If price is moving down, where you are going to rely on, this is a point price is going to face difficulty or challenge for it to break through. So if price is heading down, move down, it is going to be very difficult for it to easily get broken. Okay, so for you to get a point where you are going to rely on to place your stop loss, it's going to be very difficult. So you need to find something that you can lean on to place your stop loss. It's going to be very difficult. So you need to wait. What our advice is, you need to wait for price to create, give you a support. If price gives you a support, then like you can lean on this support to take a buy. But currently, if you are taking a buy over here, price can easily fall. Price can easily fall. Okay, so you need to find something that you can lean on. If price is falling, at least it will struggle before price will break. It will take some time. Okay, it will take some time. So you need to put yourself in a position where you are always trying to what, you are putting yourself in a position where if price is going to pull back against you, it's going to be very difficult for price to take you out. So it's very important. So if I'm taking a buy over here, based on the time frame I'm trading, it's going to be very difficult for me to get a level that I'm going to place my stop loss. So when you are taking a trade, okay, you are taking a trade, stop loss matters a lot. Your risk matters a lot. A lot of people just think about the profit, they don't think about the negative. This is a win-lose situation. Okay, so you need to make sure you are putting yourself in a situation where the chances of you winning is higher than the chances of you losing, because this game is a win-lose situation. But a lot of people, especially beginners, only think about the profit. Think about how to protect yourself. Don't think about how to always win. Think about how to protect your capital. After price has moved in your favor, think about how to protect yourself. Okay, so after price has moved in your favor, then you think about how to win in the market. But at the initial stage, you need to always think about how to protect yourself, your capital. That's the most important thing. So price is moving, but there's no chances of you taking a buy based on the time frame. Even if you look at the H1 time frame, the H1 candle, you see that how the candle opened, there was no wick. There was no wick. Okay, mostly the wicks are pullbacks. So the chances of the H1 candle, the probability of it coming down and create that pullback, okay, that market structure. So the wicks are mostly the market structure, the lower time frame. So the chances that price will create a market structure when you come to the H1 time frame is very high. So you see, the reason why the market is moving, most of the time frames are uptrend. The weekly time frame is uptrend. The weekly time frame is an uptrend. The daily time frame is as well a downtrend. The H42 is also as well a downtrend. An uptrend. So all the time frames are heading up. So how can you lose? So at this in situations like this, if you try to take a sell, you are just doing your account a harm. You just want to lose your account. So price is moving, and one thing you need to understand, the range is very choked. The range is very choked. So I think it's like 12 pips. So anytime you are taking a position, checking the range, you need to ask yourself, factor into consideration the spread. Okay, you are going to be paying, because a lot of you are using standard accounts. You are going to be paying spread, and with the spread, you need to deduct it from the range you are getting this trade. So the range is like, let's say 14 or 13 pips. Okay, so if you deduct 2 pips from it, it's going to be like 11 pips. And the chances price 2 mostly doesn't get to the take profit exactly. Sometimes it will leave like room for 2 pips before price will start retracing. So you need to factor into consideration to the range. So mostly the healthy range are normally like 15 pips, 20 pips. But if you get a range like 10 pips and those things, factoring deducting the spread, price is not going to get your target mostly it doesn't get to your target exactly. Sometimes it will be left like 2 to 3 pips before then price will retreat. So you need to factor all this into consideration. So you need to get a healthy range. So this point is going to be your take profit. Take the trade over here. This point is where you are normally going to take profit, or either you are going to leave some trade running. Okay, so you are going to take majority of your trade because this is weekly rejectional levels. So the chances that price will get rejected at this weekly level is very high. The chances that this level is going to reject price from moving up is very high. So there was no entry. So there was a gap over here. So this is a very long time gap. I think of November there. Yeah, November. You were anticipating price is going to make us fill this gap, but it wasn't filled. So it's now filling. So since November 13th, the gap was around 25th of November, and now the gap is now filling at what 13th of November. So I think, Brenny, I don't know whether you are still in the position. You took a buy, right? You took a buy around that size, so maybe you are eating. Yeah, so there was no entry. There was no entry at this side. So if you move to the 30 minutes, yeah, so there was a beautiful market structure. But mostly I normally use the higher time frame as my stop loss level. So if I'm not getting a higher time frame rejectional level, I'm not going to be taking the trade. So if price is moving up, where am I have to ask myself, I don't just enter into the trade. I have to ask myself, where am I going to place my stop loss? Okay, so normally the stop loss levels, I use the high time frame, the monthly, the weekly, the daily, H4. I have to make sure I'm trading around those levels. Okay, so if price is coming to this side, supposing, or maybe if price pulled back, if price pulled back over here, I'll be comfortable taking a buy because this is a higher time frame level, and the chances of price gets, if I take a buy over here, I need to ask myself, where would I have placed my stop loss? Like, where will my stop loss even be? Where will my stop loss even be? Okay, so it's going to be very difficult because I don't have any higher time frame support. This is the situation. I'm buying, I'm not selling. Okay, if I'm selling, that's when I'm going to factor into consideration the resistance level. But here is the case, I'm buying, so I have to look for support. This level you are seeing over here is a resistance, so I can't place my stop loss below above this one. I'm buying rather, so I need to look for something which is lower than price, a level which is lower than price. So the level which is lower than price is at this point, at the higher time frame, the H4 time frame. So I can't take a buy over here because the lower time, normally I don't trust the lower time frame rejectional level. Even though there was a rejectional level over here, I don't normally trust those levels. Okay, I don't normally, it's cool if someone is what trusting them. Imagine if suppose maybe this one is what H4 rejectional level, I'll be comfortable or be confident taking the buy. By this H1 M30, those levels, I don't normally have trust in them. Okay, so I normally make sure I'm taking an entry on the strong levels like the H4, the daily, those levels, around those level. That's where I surround myself on. So this point is going to be a rejectional level. Rejectional. So if price gets to this side, the chances of price getting back retracing is very high. So if you are in the trade, I think this point will be better if you take profits. So the okay, I've forgotten there was a news event. Yeah, there was a news event at 7 a.m. Okay, GDP. So that's why. So mostly the reason why most of the candle forms with no wick is because is because when is because of when there's a high impact news, the candles forms with no wick. It becomes very volatile. So the candles normally forms with no wick. So that's why we are seeing the candle started. So at 7 o'clock, there was the move happened. So that's why we are seeing the candle form with no wick. That's what's mostly. But this one even formed around 6 o'clock. Yeah, so the 6 o'clock candle also formed with no wick. Okay, I think there was a tiny wick, not clear. But the H1 time frame candle formed with no wick. Yeah, because of the news event, that's why we are seeing major movements in price. So currently, there's no trade for me at the H4. So the only point, the level I'm going to be looking for trade on. Let me check the weekly time frame and see. So when price break out from this, let me look at the daily time frame too. So there was a daily rejectional level over here. Yeah, so the zones are not that big. The zones I'm going to be concentrating on. Yeah. So the only point or the area I would love to take a buy in is when price break out. So the range is like 13 pips, 14 pips, which is not enough because the chances that if price is trying to break, if price is breaking, the chances that price is going to break within the middle of this range is very high. So let's see, but I will not love to what this range is very small. I want a bigger range, so a range like this. So you see this range. This range will get to like 20 pips. You see, 20 or 30 pips. So these are the range I would love to trade within. But this range, 11 pips, 10 pips, I'm not interested in that. So let's move to GBP USD. Let me check out gold and see what's happening over there. So moving to gold on the monthly time frame. So gold on the monthly time frame, we have a rejectional level over here. Moving to the weekly time frame. So as I said, oh Charlie, I've missed you guys. If I connect the Telegram, the YouTube, but I normally get breakages in the YouTube. The YouTube normally lags, so that's why I'm not connecting the Telegram anymore. I'm sorry guys, but I'll try and find solution to that. I've really missed you. Communicating with you whilst analyzing, it's cool. So the weekly time frame, you're having this rejection over here. So I think the platform that I'm using, I can be connecting some people. So I don't know, but I'll try it out. Maybe within the weekends, I'll try it out and see. So these are the various rejectional levels. So we have a rejectional level over here. So moving to the daily time frame, I'm good. Moving to the daily time frame, we have another rejectional level. So if you are confused on how I'm doing things, you can pay and join the bootcamp. I'm currently having a bootcamp which costs $50. You pay and you join the bootcamp. So if you move to the daily time frame is an uptrend. You get, so if you move to the H4 time frame, currently on gold, the H4 is an uptrend. Price has created a resistance over here. Price has also created a support over here. Mm, So good. The lower time frame ranges doesn't look good, but price has created a support over here. So the chances of this one getting filled is very high. But looking for entry, if you look at the H1 time frame, the H1 time frame is an uptrend. So unless price break this one to shift trend towards a downtrend, looking at the 30 minutes, the 30 minute doesn't look clean. So the 15 minutes is also what, an uptrend. So the H4 is looking clean, but the lower time frames are not looking clean. So the ranges is close to 53 pips, but the lower time frames are not looking clean. So when you are trading gold, you need to be very super cautious. If you rush to take trades on gold, you are going to. So the H1 time frame is an uptrend. The M30 time frame too is an uptrend. So I would love all the time frames to be in my favor. Even though H4 is looking good, price has created a support over here. But even looking at the wicks over here and current, where the current market price is, it doesn't look good for me to take a sell. It doesn't look good for me. It doesn't look good for me to take a sell, but the H4 structure looks super clean. H4 structure looks super clean. So I would love all the time frames to be in my favor. That's what I would love to see. Or if all the time frames are, because if you move to the weekly time frame, so the weekly time frame is currently ranging. The daily time frame is an uptrend. So we have some chance. You have chances like price should, because if price has broken out, price needs to pull back to the nearest level. So the chances of price coming to this level very high. The chances of price coming back to this level is very high. So if you move to the H4 time frame, the H4 is a downtrend. You get it. But where the current market price, you can't take a buy on that. You get it. You can't take a sell in such market condition. I will not allow to take a sell in such market condition, because the H1 is an uptrend, the 30 minutes is an uptrend, 15 minutes is an uptrend. The only time frame shift is what, the H4, which is what, a downtrend. So you need to wait for a shift in trend at the H1 time frame. I need to see a shift in trend at the H1 time frame, which is going to be in line with what, the lower time frame. So that's where, so even if price shifts in trend and tend to a downtrend, from where I would love to take a sell, the stop loss is going to be very wide compared to the take profit. You get it? Because I normally love what, taking a trade on an area of, when price is close to an area of interest, like, or price is close to a higher time frame rejectional level. like the H4 rejectional levels, that's when I would love to take an entry. But currently, if I'm taking a position over, if I take a position over here, price is far from my area of interest, okay, or price is far from my rejectional level. Price is far from my rejectional level. So it's not something that's it's not going to be a good investment. Okay, it's not going to be a good, even though price is going to head to this side. But if I'm taking a sell now, price has moved from my rejectional level. Okay, price has moved from the area I would love. So at least this is the level it would have been nice to take a sell. When price is, like, give yourself chances, like maybe away 3 pips away, 4 pips away from the area of interest. Okay, maybe at this level for gold, if it is 10 pips, it will be great. But now if price is here, if I'm taking a sell over here, it is not something I would love to take. It's not going to be something great for me. So for gold, maybe the next point or the next area I would love to take a position is when price gets to this side. When price gets to this side, then I would love to look for an entry. Then I'll go in for a sell. But currently, so you see, you need to target bigger ranges that are bigger than what your target's going to be bigger than your stop loss. So this trade, for instance, this gold trade, for instance, price was close to the rejectional level. If you look at this one, price was close to the rejectional level. So if I'm placing my stop loss below the rejectional level, I think it is something, because when it comes to gold, like using the high time frame, if price is far from your rejectional level, trying to take a trade, your stop loss is going to be wide, and if you don't manage risks well, you can blow your account. So it's very important you factor the rejectional level into consideration. So this one, like this, it was around 146 pips. You get it. And my stop loss, it was a 1 to 2 or 1 to 1.7 risk reward. So I avoid this trade, because this is one of my favorite setups when it comes to currencies. When I'm trading currencies, this is one of the trades that I would take it 100%. Price breaking out, price breaking out, creating a resistance. Okay, creating a resistance. If price creates a resistance, the continuation is one of my favorite trade setup. It's one of my favorite trade setup. So let's move to, wow, JBP USD is tanking. GBP USD is tanking this morning. So with GBP USD, so with GBP USD, we are having, this is the rejectional level. This is another rejectional level. So the whole of this week I've not taken any trade because market structure was kind of, so the whole of December has been very bad. So December, I think, Please hold on, I'm coming. So the whole of December, I've taken like only 3 trades or so, and they were all losses. They were all losses. So these are the various rejectional levels. So moving to the weekly time frame for GBP USD, the weekly time frame is still trending down. The market is still trending down on weekly time frame. So you have one rejectional level over here on the weekly time frame. So moving to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you have another rejectional. So one thing you need to understand is what the weekly time frame is currently a downtrend. A downtrend. The weekly time frame is still a downtrend. So moving to the H4 time frame. The H4 time frame is also a downtrend. You get it. So price is currently getting close to what? The strong zone. So you see the reason why price is moving massively is because of what? The news event. So 7 o'clock we had GBP. So let's check out the news. What happened? The numbers that came out. So if pound is very weak because of the news event, then that means what? The numbers that came out was negative. Yeah. So you see, comparing the forecast numbers to the actual numbers, the pound was negative. So that's why you are seeing weakness. Pound is selling heavily like that. So that's why the pound is selling heavily like that, because we had the GDP was what? The numbers was way lower than the forecasted one. That's why we are seeing weakness in the pound. So that's why you are seeing the pound tanking. Like it's really falling because of how weak the impact of the news. So it's currently, when we come to the H4 time frame, price is currently close to, we are having bigger range over here, but you see, this was the rejectional level. So this is the point. I think it would have been best for us to if you get a trade over here around this level. But if price move far from the area of interest, so this is the level I would love to take a sell. This is the level I would love to take a sell. But if price move away from that level, I will not be interested in taking a sell unless price pull back to that level again. Because see how strong this level is. We are having one rejectional level, another rejectional level. You get it? One rejectional level over here, one rejectional level over here. So if price is far from this side, taking a sell over here is going to be very difficult. As I've been saying, you need to always pay attention to your stop loss. Your stop loss, where you are going to place your stop loss, plays a role. It's very important when it comes to trading. So this is the level I would love to take a sell if price gets to this side. So currently price has moved from that area and price has broken through the zone. Okay, price has broken through the zone. So I would love price to what get rejected, come to this zone, this area, then I will go in for a sell. Then I'll go in for a sell. But at the moment, there's no trade opportunity for me. Okay, price is already selling. It hasn't settled down yet, so there's no trade opportunity for me. Because the weekly time frame is now, you see the lower time frame are now they've now shifted trend to what, to align with the higher time frames. So when you move to the weekly time frame, this is where price got rejected. There was a rejectional level over here. There was a rejectional level over here. So you see, the moment price got to this side this week, you see, as price got to this side this week, price got rejected. You get it? Price got rejected over here. And if you move to the daily time frame too, price was currently retesting. So you see, the reason why I'm saying those rejectional levels are very important when it comes to what, analysis. Those rejectional levels. So it got rejected exactly. So the wicks, you can see the various wicks, wick rejection, rejection. Okay, so the moment this one left a long wick, it is telling you that you're having buyers exhaustion. Buyers have lost control in the market. So the chances that the next candle is going to continue is very high. So as it got to the level, it got rejected, now creating a resistance over here. You get it? It's creating resistance over here. So when you come to the daily time frame, even though it was an uptrend, but price is also getting rejected at that level. So the moment this candle closed, broke below this one, the trend was an uptrend, high, lows, high, pullback high. So the moment this one got broken, price tends what, a downtrend. So now the weekly time frame is what? The weekly time frame is a downtrend. The daily time frame too has now shifted trend to what? A downtrend. So if you move to the H4 time frame, price is currently what? Also a downtrend. We had a lot of consolidation over here. Price moved up, down, down, up. At a certain point, price shifted trend towards a downtrend. Price broke the trend, trend to what? So consolidated over here. So the moment this one broke, the trend shifted to what? A downtrend. You get it? So it's currently on what? A strong rejectional level. So the chances that price will just retrace is very high. Okay. So this one hasn't settled now. This one is still in motion. So this one can just be a rejection. It can just be rejection and price will halt, retrace. So kindly pay attention to them. Kindly pay attention to them. Don't feel FOMO that price is selling, so you are just going to jump in. You need to wait for price to close. If price close, pull back to the area of interest, then you look for a sell. You get it? Then you look for a sell. So currently, GBP USD, I would say there's no entry for me. I would love to see a pullback. If price pull back, then what? I'll go in for a sell. So that's where I would love to take. So let's check out. So you've checked. Let's check out USD card too. Let's check out USD. So USD card has broken out from the zone that. So let's check out USD card. So USD card for the higher time frames. Okay, so let's check out USD card. So USD card, we are having the monthly rejectional level over here. So moving to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, these are the various rejection. These are the various rejectional levels. Okay, so price is currently here. If you look left, you get it. So if with price action, you need to look left to see what is happening at the other side of the market. Okay, so price has broken through the weekly zones. So let's check out the weekly time frame is an uptrend. Let's check out the monthly time, the daily time frame. So looking left, you need to check whether there was a rejectional level looking left. So the daily time frame too, you don't have any rejectional level looking left. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I can.
Okay. All right. So I think. So are you still in the trade? Your USD
Oh
CHF.
no, I closed it when it was I think 9 o'clock.
Then you caught more pips. Before the news. Before the news. Okay, so let's look at the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, so currently price is also at an up on the daily time frame. So it has broken out from the zone. It has broken out from the zone. Price has currently broken out from the zone. So these are the various rejectional levels. So let's look at the H4 time frame and see. So price has moved from the area of interest or the rejectional level. So the H4 time frame, we don't have any data looking left. If you look left, we don't have any data. You get it? So price currently moved out from the zone. So this is what we can do. I will not advise for you to start buying over here because price is far from the area of interest. So as I always say, you need to always pay attention to where you are going to place your stop loss. You get it? Where to place a stop loss is very important because if you take a buy and price is moving in your favor, price can get rejected and it start being against you. So it's always important what you pay attention to the rejectional level. You get it? You pay attention to the rejectional level. So you pay attention to that. So price is far from the rejectional level. So this is where the rejectional level is. This is where the rejectional level is. So what I will advise you to what for us to do is wait for price to pull back on this one. If the H4 candle settle on this one, then we're going for a buy. That's what I would love to see. But taking a buy over here, it's going to be very difficult for me to get a place to place my stop loss. If I'm placing my stop loss, this is where price is going to. It's around 50 something pips. It is not something advisable because the chances of price pulling back is very high. Because if you look at this candle, the low has been broken. So the candle structure has now shifted to a downtrend. So the chances of price pulling back on you is very high. So I would advise you wait for price to pull back on this one, then you go in for a buy. That's what I would advise to do. Wait for price to pull back. If price pulls back, you're going for a buy. So trading is all about being patient game. So USDC card does not trade. Let me check Euro card. Euro card is also the price action doesn't look good. Price action doesn't look good. Price is carrying. So December price action is not something. It's not smooth at all. So we're having this rejectional level over here. Moving to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame price got rejected at the level. So at the daily time frame, the daily time frame price action is an uptrend. Price moved up, broke, retested, move up. Price is currently retesting on this one. So the price action is not looking good at all. Moving to the H4 time frame. H4 is looking downtrend. Daily time frame is an uptrend. We have a rejectional level here. So it is also not doing good. Price action is also not doing good at all. So let's check out GBP NZD. Yesterday it was looking good. I don't know whether it's played out. So this is the analysis we did. So price created the support that you were looking for. Price created the support around, so it was during the Asian session, but it was supposed to continue, but it came back again. So during the Asian session, it created the support you were talking about. That if it creates a support, then it will continue. It created a support though because the bullish candle closed above the zone, so it created a support. So price was supposed to continue, but during the Asian session, it decided to. So I'm sure the impact was coming from the news. The news had an impact because the GDP was very low. The numbers that came out was negative. So the pound was very weak. So that's why it affected price action. So that's why it affected price action. Okay, so let me check out my FX book and see December trades that I've taken so far. So I think December I've taken like, was it three trades or so? So the month of December. So this month I'm down like negative 1 point something percent. Yeah. So November was not doing. October was a profitable, but November we ended the month negative 6.9. October negative. So I don't know the number of trades I've taken for. Yeah. So this is the stats. Yeah. So I've taken three. I think three trades. So I took Eurocard. Eurocard. I took two trades on it. It's all failed. I took one. So I've taken like four trades. USD CHF, I took one trade on USD CHF, GBP USD too. So I think GBP USD. So Euro card was a sell, USD card was CHF was a sell, but GBP USD was a buy. They were all failed trades. So November, December hasn't been a good month. November we started well, but one or two trades came in and it spoiled everything. So November, December hasn't been good. And I think November I took some USD card trade that I wasn't supposed to take. So I'm very sure because of that. Yeah. Yeah, this trade wasn't a trade I should have taken. Yeah, it would have been a profitable. So I lost like 1% or so on that. So it would have been a profitable month, but because of this trade that I took, it spoiled everything. So we are still in the game. We are still in the game. But October was a profitable month. Yeah, so October I took only one trade. Or was it only one trade? So I took only GBP USD trade. Yeah. So next year you need to come strongly. Yeah. So GBP USD is still tanking because of the news. So GDP really had an effect on. So next week is going to be a lot of news events. Next week is going to be a lot of news events. So next week we are going to be having Monday. So we had bank holiday on wow. Okay, that the festive season. So on Monday next week we don't have any high. So how impact news at 8:15 PMI. So next week is packed with a lot of news events. I'm sure because of the end of I'm sure next week I'm going to end my trading week next week. So after next week I'm not going to be trading again. So because the following week is going to be a lot of festive season 24th. So it's even going to be a lot of bank holidays. So we are going to use that season to relax, rest. So GBP claimant count change. We are going to be having CPI news. So after next week, we call it a month, call it a year. This year has been one profitable year. This year, I was able to do like things that I wasn't able to do. I was able to pass profit. I was able to receive payout. So next year, we are coming back strongly, coming back stronger. Like this year was a great year for me. Yeah, so now you've tested, I've tested my system, I've seen what works for me and those stuff. So next year, next year is going to be application of the lessons we learned. So you see, gold has touched the level that I was talking about. So next year is going to be the application of the lessons we learned this year. So this year, I was able to be able to I was able to get what works for me, like the system. I was able to settle on a system, tested it several times, and I got to understand how it works. So next year is going to be the application of the lessons we learned. So you see, it's going to be a money season. Next year is going to be a money season. From the market is going to start picking up from February, March. That's when it's going to start picking up. That's when it's going to start picking up. So next year is going to be the application of what you've learned this year. It's going to be a great year. Next year will be even greater than this year. This year was great, but next year is going to be great. You need to make a lot of money from trading. So the market has been simple these days. It has been easy and simple. Not like those days when you are coming to the market, you don't know exactly what you are going to be looking for. So guys, you see, if you are watching what I did, you can see rejectional level. It's not magic, rejectional level. So you see price is getting rejected at that level. So it's not jokes. Okay. It's not jokes. Exactly what I pointed out. Price has really rejected that level. So let's see. Lending will open in the next. So lending will open very soon. I just want to see how lending is going to open. So as I'm saying, if you are starting out and you don't have a system at the beginning stage, it's going to be very hard. I'm not going to lie to you. You need to watch the chart several times, watch it over and over and over and over and again. Because this thing that I'm doing, it didn't start today. It's because of years of watching the charts. I started trading 2019, 2018, 2019. So I've watched over and over and over and over and over and over. So you are seeing it, you are seeing me doing it easily. It wasn't easy like that at the initial stage. So at the initial stage, trying to figure out what works for you, because one thing about one of the hardest thing you will choose is forex trading. Forex trading will be the hardest thing because things are very subjective when it comes to trading. People see things differently. So trying to figure out what works for you is going to be very, very difficult at the initial stage. It's going to be very, very difficult if you are starting out. So you need to make sure you are working very hard. Trading will demand a lot of time for you. You need to work very hard towards it. It's not a get rich quick scheme. You need to work very hard towards that. You need to work very hard towards getting to where you want to get to when it comes to trading. So especially trying to figure out what works for you, the instrument that you normally get profits from, it's going to be very difficult. The instrument or the currency pair that you are going to trade, it also comes with a lot of time. You get it? It also comes with a lot of time. It also comes with a lot of time. So guys, the market is kind of in a consolidation phase. So I'll see you all next week. There was nothing better to look for. So when it comes to GBP USD, price, if price close below this side, it is far from where placing your stop loss is going to be very difficult. So you need to wait for a pullback. If price pull back, then you look for a sell. Price needs to pull back before you go in for a sell. So let's see how price is going to play out. If this candle close below this one, then we can be, it depends on where it is going to close. If it's close to the area of interest, then I think we can be looking for a sell. Okay, so guys, I'm hoping of see you all next week. Is anyone having a question? If you have a question, kindly drop it in the chat box. Let me address it before you leave. If you have any question, kindly drop it in the chat box. So please be careful trading this month. Like, you need to be this is not a month that you need to just be aggressive, trying to find an entry, trying to do this. You need to relax because the year has already ended. The market is not profitable like that. This is not the best month to be trading. So you see, I even decided to get an account, and when November was messing up, I decided to even put a stop to that because the market is not profitable now. So I've even put everything on hold. The market is not profit. It doesn't move smoothly like that. So GBP USD is looking good. But before that, the candle needs to close. The candle needs to close. So we have a rejectional level at the monthly time frame. At the weekly time frame, so there's another rejectional level over here. Moving to the daily time frame. Yeah, so we have a lot of room for GU to get filled. But before it will fill, it needs to give an entry. So today too is Friday. Today is Friday. So GBP USD, if it's closed below this one, I think there will be an entry. So we don't have any news events. So the only news event is GBP. Okay, so maybe I'll be keeping an eye on GBP USD. All right, guys. See you on Monday. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Put the channel on notifications so that anytime. So we do the live every trading day from Monday to Friday. So just put the channel on a notification. Anytime I come live, you will get to know. All right. So if there was no question, guys, see you next week. Bye.